All right, hey everyone, how's it going? It's Richard, and we are live. Today's conversation is about why I am happy to lose followers or subscribers. This is just one of those random questions that came up in the top of my mind because I was randomly checking my YouTube subscriber base, and I realized I was losing a lot of subscribers recently. Why? Is because I recently changed my video formats from having I used to do weekly YouTube videos that were roughly around 5 minutes each, and then more recently I started doing daily YouTube live videos, which are anywhere between an hour and an hour 45 minutes. And I think because people saw that I'm doing lives, and it's different from the original format, I started losing followers. And for me, I don't know. For me, I guess in a way, I was looking at my subscriber count drop a little bit, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't really care. The reason for that is because I realize I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna do whatever I feel like doing. And what I realize is when I do a YouTube live, it actually how do I say this? It attracts a different kind of audience, and all I really care about is that I'm able to create conversations with people who are on the lives and actually make a difference and actually create connection, which is something that's really important to me. I was just on a call with my friend slash coaching client. I almost want to call him my mentor too, Scott Huynh, and he was telling me about Evan Carmichael, who does a lot of personal development work. And what was it? Oh, he introduced me to the book called Your One Word, which is essentially kind of figuring out what is your one word that kind of defines who you are. And in a way, the whole premise of the book is you figure out your one word, and that one word, if you really figure out what that one word is, it will drive you towards making the right decisions. So I looked at a book summary right before this call, and I did the worksheet. I asked myself, what are things that make me happy? What are things that I hate? And the summary is my one word ended up being connection. And for me, that's why I believe, that's why I love doing Facebook Lives or YouTube Lives, because I'm all about connection. This may or may not be my one word, but based off what I see, it is my one word. And I already know just who I am as a person, that connection is really, really important to me. So I really like that. And for me, I would rather give up, follower or subscriber numbers for the opportunity to just connect with you, or just connect with people live, because that's much more important to me than some numbers that I have. I was watching another video from Evan Carmichael, and Just being good to see you on, and Keely, good to see you on as well. I see you both on. And I was watching a video from this guy named Evan Carmichael, and what was he talking about? He was talking about, I can't remember exactly. Oh, happiness. How do you measure happiness? And, he started talking about how some people measure happiness by wealth, how much money they make. And was it Evan Carmichael? Either that or Simon Sinek, one or the other. But then one of them started asking questions like, hold on, give me a second, please. I need to adjust my connection settings because it's a little off. Go. What's wrong? Oh my goodness, this is giving me a really hard time right now. I believe in you. I believe in you. No? Oh, there we go. Okay, we are fixed. We are good to go. Things are going swell. All right. So, just talking about happiness. Evan Carmichael or Simon Sinek, I forgot. It was on Evan Carmichael's channel, either way, and they were talking about how do you find happiness. And Evan Carmichael was talking about how do you measure happiness, and his measurement of happiness is how many subscribers that he has. And not because it, you know, it's a great number, it makes you feel good, but subscribers is a good way to measure the level of impact that you have. And again, it doesn't work for everyone. It's not a perfect measuring tool, but is one way to figure that out. So obviously the more subscribers you have, the more followers you have, then that means potentially it's a way to measure how many people are actually being impacted by your work. And that goes back to kind of why I created this topic today of why I'm happy to lose followers, because with my YouTube channel, I mean, currently I have about 7,000 subscribers, and for me, this number, it's irrelevant to what society thinks about it. You know, I don't care what other people think about the number. There's a part of me that does, but what I really mean by saying this is that 7,000 to the outside world is different from 7,000 to me, because I know how I got the 7,000 subscribers. You know, it's not some spectacular number, but to some people, like, oh shoot, that's a good amount of subscribers. Well, a lot of my subscribers came from very specific videos I uploaded, and that just happened to blow up. So again, the video game addiction video, or the high school motivation and, you know, getting bad grades and how do you recover from that video, or what were some other ones? I think those are like the two main videos that people subscribe to me on. So for me, what makes me happy, that not necessarily happy, that might be misleading, but it actually does make me happy. What does make me happy is when people unsubscribe, is because they, you know, they subscribe to support me, which I appreciate, but I appreciate that they unsubscribe because they're not into my content that I'm producing today. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Why? Because I'm not here to please everyone. You know, I create content to connect with those who want to be connected with and want to learn and want to have these open conversations. So there we go. That's what I have. All right, let's go with comments now. I thought you were doing a Skype call. Keely, so we're doing the Skype call tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Shoot me a DM. Actually, if you're on right now, how you could access the tomorrow's call is you can just Skype me. My Skype is Richard KUO Live, so Richard Kuo Live, and just send me a request and just write in the comment section, you know, whatever it is. Hey, it's Keely from YouTube, and you know, see you at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday. That way I know who's going to be on the call. All right. Yes. How do you DM me? You can DM me on any platform, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or you could email me. I don't care. That's pretty much it. Or you could just friend request me on Skype, you know, whatever, as long as you get some sort of notification back that says, oh, okay, Richard got it. You know, we're good. That's all. Alrighty. How am I feeling tonight? I'm feeling good. Today was a great day. So another reason why I'm feeling awesome right now is because I just hopped about an hour ago. I hopped off a call with my friend / coaching client / somewhat of a mentor or role model, and we just had such a great conversation. So I want to do a little bit of bragging on behalf of my my friend here, and you know, not to talk about myself, but really this is for him. So this friend of mine, his name is Scott Huynh. And some of you who are watching on Facebook right now might know who he is. He's part of the Thrive Tribe. So I know a lot of people who are on Facebook friends with me are part of the same tribe that I am. And so Scott, like when I first met him, he was very, he was kind of shy in a way. Like he didn't really talk a lot about himself. So I feel like he's one of those people that it's very hard to understand what type of person he is unless you talk to him. And, you know, at one point we randomly had a Skype call, and from there he ended up being a coaching client. And from there we just ended up having a lot more calls, and I started to understand him more and more and more. And we do weekly coaching calls, and every single week it's crazy. It's like, it's amazing to know that this is my quote unquote coaching client, but I feel like I'm the one who needs to be coached by him. You know, like he has such a great character, and he is crushing it in his life. Like he is such a hard worker. He has such a great ethic that I'm like, oh shoot, like I would like teach me, you know, you need to be teaching me, not me teaching you, you know? So I'm there for more accountability than anything else, but we were just talking about his one word is impact. So, or contribution, sorry. And so he's all about donating, like making lots of money and donating that all back to charity. Like he's looking to donate at least, was it 65% of everything that he earns, 70%, maybe even 80% of everything that he earns, and give it back to charity. That's the type of person he is. And he doesn't post his stuff on social media, so I'm doing it for him to spread the word. Because he's not about showing this stuff off. It's just, that's just the person that he is. He wants to work really hard. This guy works 12 to 18 hours every single day, on Saturdays and Sundays, 7 days a week, because he wants to give back to other people. And I'm just like, what? That's crazy. So, but he's very focused on his mission, his mission to help other people. So that's why he does what he does. So to me, that's super humbling. And like every single time we go on a coaching call, he's like, oh, yep, just got off work, 12, 18 hours. He never complains about it. He just does it. So to me, I don't know how to say it. It's mind-blowing for me. It's like, I don't know. He's a super humble guy. You would never know that's what he does in the background unless you were talking to him privately, like I get the opportunity to. And even if you're talking to him one-on-one, it's not like he's going to share this stuff. So I guess my point in sharing this is, one, sharing the positive vibes of people, incredible people in this world. But two, it's like, you never know who's out there. And I feel like there's so many hidden gems in this world, and people who are humble in a way, and they don't talk about how the incredible things that they're doing in this world. And sometimes, you need a little bit of a voice like Richard to share this information about this awesome guy called Scott Huynh. Hit him up, tell him you're awesome. Richard told me about you. But I don't know. I mean, he deserves huge shout outs. It's I respect this guy a lot, and I'm very privileged and honored to have the opportunity to coach him, I guess. Yeah. Alrighty. So I'm feeling great. To answer your question, I am feeling fantastic. And in about 30 minutes, I will be hitting up the gym, playing basketball. I am sore because I've been working out every single day, and I don't know how well I'm going to play basketball, but I'm just going to try and push myself and see how I do. I think it'll be a fun little experience, because usually when I'm sore, I take a little bit of a break. But not tonight. We're going to have fun. All right. What is my 5-year plan? That's a great question. Usually when I say that's a great question, it means I don't know yet. Let me figure this out on the spot. What's my 5-year plan? Honestly, my honest answer is I don't necessarily have a straight up 5-year plan. And what I mean by that is I'm kind of figuring things out as I go in this season of my life. It's not always that I don't have a plan, but in this season, I'm focused on this upcoming year, and I don't have a hard, strict plan, but my very general goal this upcoming year of 2018 is to book as many speaking gigs as I can. It's to, for me, it's to book as many paid speaking gigs as I can. I think the reason for that is I want to be able to support myself financially, where I don't have to worry about the money stuff, because that's something that I've been struggling with for the past 3 years as I continue starting up my business. And for those of you who don't hear this or have not heard me say this before, money has never ever been my primary focus, and up until now, and it still isn't. So this is one of those things where it's like, okay, well, you still gotta live, you still gotta put food on the table. So I gotta focus really hard on creating both impact and income at the same time. So that's my upcoming goal. 5 years, this is not set in stone yet, but the little bit of a vision for myself is I do want to own a home. So I'm definitely planning already with me making income right now. Part of that will be saved towards putting down a down payment towards a new home. And then part of it is going to be saving and investing money. So I have whatever you want to call it, residual income. And what else? I mean, ideally in 5 years, I will be in a super awesome, connected, committed relationship with the most amazing woman in the whole entire world, you know? So that's something that I'm keeping options open, but also, you know, you can't force that kind of stuff. So what else? In 5 years, yeah, you know, I'm in a season of my life where I feel like I get to focus on myself a little bit more, because I honestly don't do that enough naturally. You know, I tend to be a focus on other people type of person, sort of. In some ways, yes, in some ways, no. So that's what I'm doing this season of my life. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Give me a sec, please. I am pulling up some magic right here. Okay. All right, let's see other questions with this tilty cam. Chowder, good to see you on. Hey, excited for the Skype hangout tomorrow. I'm busy today, so I'm just visiting. Thanks for visiting, and we will see you tomorrow. Let's see, Chelsea 2, who you're talking about, and Brother Amen. Marriage plus Richard Jr. Marriage plus Richard Jr. That's funny. All right. Okay. I guess right now I'm trying to figure out what's a like. Okay, here's where I want this conversation to be heading towards. I want to talk a little bit more about habits in a way. So pro basketball tip: don't bring a zebra. Thanks, I guess. Had to learn the hard way. Wow, thank you. I mean, I was almost going to bring a zebra with me, but now that you say so, I'm going to leave my zebra at home. So I want to talk about habits. You know, how do we create successful habits? And this was a little tip that I had that was influenced me. Something that my friend / coaching client Scott Huynh said that he learned from someone else that I used to do, which was when you wake up in the morning, don't hit your snooze button. And instead, you know, you set an alarm, and you have two options. You either wake up before your alarm, or when your alarm does go off, don't hit snooze, shut it off, wake up. Because if we hit the snooze button, that subconsciously tells our mind that, you know, like it's a loss. You know, it's almost like we're giving up the day in a way. So, I mean, I'm not the originator of this idea. I've heard this several times, but this was a little food for thought for myself for today, which I appreciate that Scott gave back to me, because I used to do it, then I stopped doing it. So the point being is, with successful people, you know, they have positive, good habits. And something as simple as when your alarm clock goes off, don't hit the snooze button and just, you know, shut it off and get out of bed. You know, simple tips like that, I think set us up mentally to win for the day. And essentially these small little habits will have really big results in the long run, because it builds mental fortitude, it builds character, you know, it builds resilience and the ability to kind of push ourselves towards the right direction that we want to go in. So that's what I got there. I will this conversation on this topic will continue as soon as we catch up with these comments. Ventroid, good to see you on. Rich, did you get my Skype follow request? I have not checked Skype yet, so I will check that later. I'm pretty sure, you know, I will see it when I open Skype. Chelsea 2, where can I DM you, Richard? It is on Facebook or Instagram. You can DM me on any platform. YouTube, Facebook is, I'm like, what is the easiest? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or email. Or you can just Skype request me. So, yeah, any of those work. Before, I used to just be like, you know, don't message me on anything except for Facebook. But now, because I realize I'm learning to adapt. I was getting older, and then I'm like, okay, fine. I'll use Instagram a little bit more, or I'll reply to YouTube messages, stuff like that. I don't know. I guess in a way, I feel my energy level is better than it was before, and I feel more capable of being able to adapt and handle different social media platforms, unlike before. Snapchat is still a work in progress. A lot of high schoolers and middle schoolers use Snapchat. I haven't gotten it. Like, I've used it. I'm just like, dude, this app looks really annoying to me. Like, I don't like the UI, the user interface of it. It's really weird to me. I'm sure I'll learn it. If I did get onto it, I would learn it eventually. But I'm gonna stick with my 3 main platforms of YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook for now. Maybe I'll do Snapchat a little bit later. Alrighty. Let's see. Have you met famous Asian YouTubers? Yeah, probably. I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I've met Wong Fu, and yeah, I mean, not like. I have a lot of connections with Asian YouTubers. I'm not personally friends with a lot of them, but I have friends who are friends with them. And when I say friend, they're friends with them. They're like best friends going to the wedding type of friends, or they work with them personally. Sean D. Nguyen. I highly doubt Sean is on right now, but my friend Sean is he's part of the JK crew, the JK. Was it? Just Kidding Films. Yeah, he's one of the main cast members of it now. Let's see, what's my Instagram username? It's Richard Quo Live. That's like Richard Quo Live is everything. That's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Skype. It's all Richard Quo Live. Keep it simple. Yeah. All right, Johnny Leg. Yes, I like to believe the small things often are necessary for the big things. In the military, they often make you make your bed first thing in the morning for a reason. Did you watch that video? I'm sure you watched that video by the was it the Navy SEAL or something like that? It was like a commencement speech where the speech title is like "Make Your Bed" or something like that, and the whole speech is about if you do one thing every single day, which is make your bed, then you'll already win the day. You know, and it doesn't matter how crappy your day is, how difficult it is, as long as you make your bed. Then when you come back home, you have a nicely made bed to go back to sleep in. So like, it's simple. Yes. So I guess in a way, a lot of times when I come up with these conversations, I am creating conversations for you, but I'm also creating conversations for myself. What I mean by that is I want to talk about positive habits, not only for you, but at the same time, so it could influence myself. You know, I could start thinking about, okay, you know, hey, maybe I could try when I wake up not hitting the snooze button anymore. You know, maybe I'll just make that commitment. I'll be like, you know what? That's what I'll do. I'm going to do that for, I don't know, either you could commit forever or you could commit to something smaller like I'm going to do that for 1 week or 1 month. So that's what I have. Goodness. I'm just thinking like officially did not make any commitment about the whole waking up and not hitting my alarm clock. This week is a little off. What can I do here? What's my commitment? Do I want to make a commitment? I don't want to make a commitment just for the sake of making a commitment because I'm on a live stream, you know? Like I want to make a self-commitment that I do for myself, which is less pressured when I'm not on stream, if that makes sense. So I'll think about that kind of stuff when I'm off stream. Yeah, I want to make sure it's good. Hey Jeff, what's going on, brother? That's funny. I don't know if you're on me, you know, going on my spiel about Scott Huynh here, but yeah, we just did a whole shout out to Scott Huynh, and I know Jeff and Scott are working together, so that's cool. All right, let's see here. You may have heard of the psychological concept before. Let's see, off topic, but doesn't sharing Skype addresses open up cybersecurity issues? I don't know. I mean, sure. Honestly, I feel like for the most part, only people who care enough would find me on Skype, or only people who care enough about me would be watching these live streams. So I don't really care that much, and yeah, it's okay. I barely use Skype, to be honest. So that's cool. And you got to friend request me anyway. Otherwise, I mean, if I get a random request that doesn't have a like, hey, you know, I found you here, I'm not gonna accept you. That's it. I love you, but you gotta send me. You gotta notify me Where are you coming from? Yeah, let's see. Saw the video. Good life lesson. Awesome. Chelsea 2. I am your 13,000th follower on Insta. Please, please. I don't have that many, and most of my Instagram followers are just Facebook friends. So, or I just pay them to be my friends. That's why I do things. All right, so today's topic, I mean, we already talked about why I'm happy to lose followers. So if you missed that part and you're just hopping in right now, you could rewatch this video. The topic has changed over to habits, positive habits. How do we create positive habits? Why are they important? You know why they're important, because positive habits will lead to positive results, right? Yeah. So with the about 20 minutes we have left, we are going to continue talking about habits for now. And of course, we'll also do Q&A, so feel free to ask any questions in the meantime. And also, if you have any thoughts around positive habits, like what are some positive habits that you have? I know we talked about this 3 days ago. I forgot who asked the question, Cyberlow or someone, Ventroid, one of you asked a question, hey, what positive habits do you have? Or Just Being, was that you? I don't remember who said that one, but that was a great question, and now we're diving deeper into it. Johnny Leg, I mean, habits could be bad as well, don't you think? Absolutely. Yeah, there's good habits and there's bad habits. You know, it's when I refer to habits that we should have, I mean, I think you get this already. We all want to have more, obviously we want more positive habits than negative habits. So, I'm actually going to re-answer the question whoever asked 3 days ago, because I just thought about some other things. The question was, what positive habits do you have, Richard? And my response a few days ago it was like exercise and making green smoothies. You know, that was, in that moment, that's all I could think of. There's some other positive habits. Another one that I thought about was I keep track of my finances. And what that means is literally every single receipt, every single expense, big lots, I know, every single thing I purchase, I log. You know, I make sure that I understand. I have a spreadsheet I use Google, so Google Sheets. I have a spreadsheet, one for every single month of the year, and then I have a year tab, and the year tab will calculate the averages of every single month. It's all automated. So I do break everything down by how much money I spend eating out, groceries, cars, bills, how much money I make, what else? Whatever, gas, travel, like everything is broken down into categories. And I've created this habit of just tracking my finances, you know, everything that I spend. So that way I know how much I'm spending. And I've been doing that for since like 2012. So at first I thought it was kind of annoying, but once I started doing it, like I just got used to it. So that's a habit that helps kind of track finances and things like that. What else? Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to think about habits because they just come very naturally. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of small habits. I guess in a way you could write a book about habits, huh? I got a habit to keep things organized, I guess. I mean, for the most part, my desk that's right here, I'm staring at it. I like to keep pretty clean. Sometimes papers will pile up, but I like to kind of file things away and keep it organized because it makes me feel good. Other habits. Yeah. Exercising in the morning. You know, that's a new habit that I've been doing. I do every single morning. I do this like daily challenge, and it's like a 15 to 30 minute intense workout. And today because I physically could not do the exercises because my arms and my legs were like super overly worked out yesterday. I decided, okay, I'm not going to work out this morning, but I'm going to go play basketball because my commitment is exercise every single day. So that's what I'm going to do in about 15 minutes is go play ball at the gym. So that'll be fun and exciting. All right, let's see. Keely, binge watching K-dramas is a bad habit, but I'm trying to stay out of it by reading. Reading autobiographies to learn about something else, someone else's life, mainly war books and survivors of war. Awesome, man. You also started a habit of streaming on YouTube. Yes, thank you for that reminder. I almost forgot about that habit. Like, and I'm not being sarcastic. Like, I wouldn't have mentioned that if you didn't say that. Yes, I have started up that habit of streaming on YouTube. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly is what's going to be my YouTube streaming habit, and I would like to get your feedback as well. And we'll also play around with the whole Skype idea too. Maybe we'll do one Skype call every single week. Maybe we'll do 2 or 3, just depending on how everything rolls. And we'll play by ear and what feels more organic. But eventually I want to create some sort of schedule so we know what to expect every single week, I have little ideas, like maybe I'll stream live on weekdays, so Monday through Friday, and then Saturday, Sundays I won't do live streams or something like that. But then I like the idea of having Skype calls too, so maybe that'll be something that we introduce. And then there's other considerations, like how do we get more people involved that don't usually hop on these live streams. So yeah, a lot of different flowing ideas. I'd love to hear any ideas that you have, and how can we continue to kind of build community and create more conversations. And not just that, but how do we structure this in a way that will change our lives or improve our lives? Because it's cool that we're hanging out, but how do we create a conversation where we generally start taking action and doing things differently? Because conversation is great, but you got to have action followed with it. So yeah. All right, Keely, and trying to commit with swimming to get out of the house during the free time. 7 months now and still going. That's awesome. Even though it's getting cold out, swam in the rain the other day. Nice. Hated the forest fires a couple of weeks ago. Inhaling in smoke is not good in the pool. Coming out of the water for breathing. Yeah, definitely. Especially when you gotta take those deep breaths of forest fire air. Alrighty. Alright. Cool. Alrighty. So I feel pretty good in terms of this conversation. I'm not gonna, drag it on. I feel like there's some other cool points to talk about. I guess in a way, before we hop off and end this stream, I have until 8:45, which is another, let's say 10-15 minutes max. I would like to kind of know, what are some cool things going on in your life? What are some positives of this past week? Some exciting things that happened to you, or what are some things you're looking forward to in this upcoming week? That'd be great to know. So please feel free to drop that down in the comment section of what are some pretty cool things that have happened to you this past week, or what are some cool things that you're looking forward to in this upcoming week. All right. So as you're thinking about that, I'll think about what are mine. Well, one, the Skype call tomorrow. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to connecting with all of you. Other things that I'm looking forward to. Next week, on Tuesday, I will be going to the Disneyland Resort Hotel, because there is a high school leadership conference over there. And I'm not speaking at this one. Usually, if I go to a conference, it's because I'm speaking, but I'm actually going to this one just to observe other people speak and just see how the conference is run, because this is a organization that I'm involved with, called CATA, California Associations of Directors of Activities, and that'll be really fun just to learn. What else am I excited for? I got some other things. I'm looking at my little checklist here. I don't know, for me, I feel like I'm just excited to do more work, to practice my speaking, keynote presentations. I'm excited to just kind of take some time to think about how I could make my presentations more impactful, and watch old videos of my speaking and just, grill myself and be like, oh, oof, that was awful, man. Let's work on that part, or hey, okay, that was decent, but how can we improve that? So that's what I'm looking forward to in this upcoming week. In this past week, I've already mentioned I did 6 presentations yesterday. That was pretty cool. And then I also went to Arizona. I went to border of Arizona, the United States, and Mexico to do a leadership conference there. So that was pretty cool too. And that was exactly a week ago. Cool. So that's what I got. All right, Johnny Leg says, started biking to places again. I have a shadow day with some engineers on Thursday. Next week, I'm helping fundraise money for refugees. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. That's super cool. Let's see. Shadow day with engineers. I mean, that sounds like fun. I think that's, when I hear that, to me, that just sounds like it's an opportunity to kind of learn, explore in an environment that we're not normally used to. So cool on that. And super cool that you are working on fundraising money for refugees. That's awesome. Also plan out to help the homeless population in San Diego. Nice. That's super cool. Wait, Johnny, remind me where you live. Do you live in San Diego? Let me know. Okay. Alrighty. Cool. So I think that's pretty good for this stream. I think we left it at a good spot. I'm gonna wrap up this conversation right now and summarize and just thoughts. Cool. Great that you're in San Diego, Johnny. That's pretty close to me, so sweet. I always wrap it up by talking about the original topic that we started this conversation with, which was why I'm happy to lose followers or subscribers. Why is because, again, it's not necessarily how many people are following or subscribed to me, but rather the quality of the connections that I have with the people. And I don't mind if people unfollow me because, I'm not here to just get a bunch of followers because they're just numbers. What do numbers do unless they're engaging in conversations and actually consuming the content for the better? And, if they're not subscribed to me, that's okay. Everyone has their own journey. And all I just hope for is that people are continuing to grow themselves, learn more, be happy, and just live their life to the fullest. That's all I really care about. So that's what I got. Last thing I want to mention, as many of you know already, tomorrow, instead of doing a live stream, we are doing a live call on Skype at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, if you want to be on that call, just direct message me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You could email me, richard@richardco.com. All my social media is posted below, so you could just, you should know where to find me. I'm not that hard to find, really. So that's what I got. All right, Keely, something with Facebook friends. No point of adding everyone when you're not really communicating with them. Everyone uses Facebook differently. For me, I love adding people that I meet because to me, Facebook is my Rolodex. It's my, I'm like, oh shoot, who's that person I met? I meet a lot of great people. It's hard to keep in contact with everyone. But if I need something, it helps me remember, who. And I don't know, that's how I use Facebook. So that's what I got. All right, cool. That's what I have. See you on tomorrow on a Skype call at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Shoot me a DM if you're interested, or just add me on Skype at Richard Kuo Live. Cool. All right, have a good night, everyone. Take care, and have a wonderful Veterans Day weekend if you're in the States. Yep.